there. Now we're live for Motobomb, Virginia. Give you some rambling to listen to on the way home. Started a little early here. Hope everybody's having a good day. Just want to give a little update here on the Project Weather Eye vehicular device. Hey, Green Frogger, good to see you in here. Motobomb says, good day. Are you Rob or Carrie? Oh, you're good, man. You're driving. So I appreciate you risking yours and other people's lives to even text. I know you're using voice. It's all good, brother. I appreciate it. And Ford, to answer your question up there about valve seals, I mean, maybe, but if you pressurize the whole inside of the engine, what if you had a broken piston ring or something? You're going to have to look for it through the intake or through the exhaust. That'd be the only way to tell. And then you'd have to isolate. Because if you had a broken piston ring, you wouldn't be able to tell. Plus, that's valve seals. They're valve guide seals. I've 25 years in the business, never done them. I did them on like a 350 Chevy once, just for the hell of it. Hey, Emily, good to see you in here. I'm sorry, not Emily. Jesus, wait, is that, no, Caitlin, the seal. How did I, there's someone who has an emoji very similar, and her name is Emily, so I apologize. I'm learning here. Caitlin, good to see you. Shane Janerton, good evening. Swap out the horn with something funny. Oh yeah, that's a great idea. That's like an attainable prank for me. I'm not comfortable enough to prank somebody on, because then what if something doesn't go right or something beyond my you know. So that is a good idea, though. The horn is great. Rodster, how you doing? Good to see everybody here tonight. We're just staring at the all in. Everything is bolted up. Bell housing bolts, torque converter bolts, motor mount bolts. Transmission is all wired up because, so when I took the engine out, I had all the wiring disconnected. But then I went over here to the fuse box to take out the bulkhead for the ECM. And under this nightmare is another nightmare. And probably not a good place for a metal rod to sit on top of a fuse box, but hey, that's okay. There's no power. And underneath, anyway, long story short, it was easier for me to unclip the clippies and undo some, like the last four connectors, because this connector underneath here where this bulkhead goes into is the most simplest, complicated connector to get out I've ever seen in my life. So that's why I did it that way. But on Vince's original harness, a couple of these here were tested. So I figured putting in the harness that the motor came with, that's not been altered in any way, shape, or form, would be the way to go. That way we know what we're working with. Yeah, the only thing that they cut on the whole deal when they took the motor out was this fuel right here. So that'll come off and then his will just snap right on. So that was pretty cool. They did a really nice job taking off all the wiring. Going back in, I went in normal, so the engine was just normal and it had plenty of room. Coming out, I came out sideways, which was pretty tight, but yet doable. If I did it 100 more times, I would just do it this way. But as I raised the motor, it started to turn, so I just took it out that way. But when I went in, I just went in, dropped, it went in so much easier than it came out. That's what she said. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. Random auto honks would be funny. That would be good. Belly, Wisconsin. Hi, everyone. Darla's saying hi. Eric says, oh man, those front ends look horrible to lean over and work on the motor. Yeah, it's, thankfully I set it down really low on the ground. Take the tires and wheels off. And then I lower it until I hear his backing plates crunch. No, I'm just kidding. There's space. You can put your hand under it. But that's about it. That way it's lower. And then two, I can stand in here. Let me get some light. Very bad lighting at the moment. But I don't want to touch the wrong. What's going on here? I don't have an option for flash. Oops. All right, well that's weird. I had a flash option here. Now I don't, so the camera might disappear for a second. And then it might. Oh boy. Oh, I'm gonna screw this up here, folks. Hold on one second. There. I can put one leg there. And that's just wire, so you can stand in there. You just got to be careful. And then once you're standing in there, it's really easy to do everything. But it's just when you forget to grab the few things you needed while you're in here, then you do have to climb back out, up and over. However, this is like the most ridiculously built brush guard I've ever seen in my life. Like, it just doesn't move. So climbing on it and over it is really nice. It's easy to do. Kind of actually almost nicer than having nothing, because I'd have to be careful of a bumper and all that. This way I can just climb on it like a little jungle gym. Get my exercise. Ford, that's a V8, yep, 5.3. Farmer's Wife, nothing is easy to... No, it's like they took it to the drawing board and said, hey, yeah, this is great, but let's make it harder for everybody and then keep warranty times the same, lower book times, put little safety clips on harnesses. Oh, God. Oh, Caitlin, you're all good. I'm sorry, I confused myself. Good to see you in here. I will tell Rob your comment the next time I see him. Storm Chaser Vince Walty is in here. I believe the brake dust shields are deleted on the rear because I got pissed and bent them, so there's that. Yeah, I did check the back when I lowered it. I just looked from there. What's the body style? I'm not sure. 2019 Tahoe. So 2019, I don't know like the body code, so to speak. My 96 Yukon is lifted, so it's not real easy to get under the hood. That's surprising how much room under the hood for a GMT 900. There you go. Boom. There's the body style, maybe. Yeah, you can just stand in there, but I do have the water pump off, and all the front accessories are off, except I did put the harmonic balancer on to rotate the crank, because like I said, everything is done except for everything else that's left. So if I had to put a percentage on it, I would probably say like 30% left. I mean, really, in the whole scheme of things, it's not a ton. If Vince is still in here hanging out, I was going to ask him about this stupid shield. And I'm pretty confident what he'll say, but so GM puts this plastic, and I'll get to the rest of the comments here in just a second. But they put this plastic cover over the intake, and I don't even see how it could muffle sound. I don't see how it could muffle sound. Let me make sure there's nothing. Okay, I mean, there's just a little bit of diaper, like a little bit of Pampers stuffed on there with some, it's just burnt. It's burnt on there with a, a brander, somebody's cattle brander. They just have someone on an assembly line just stabbing this thing 15 times as it comes across the widget line. But this has to be put on with the intake. So you have to like clamshell this in here with the intake. And then the back of the harness clips on to it here in these 4 spots. The harness isn't going anywhere. The harness is supported by 90 million other things. This, and then it's also bolted down with 4 10s. So this enables, like, this just pisses people off, really. I mean, maybe it could have a little bit of induction noise, a little induction reduction noise, is because that's what it's there for. It's there to reduce induction noise. So that's that. I would like to chuck it. Of all the things, everything is going back on. But if this was mine, if anything, if this was mine, I would take a Dremel or like a die grinder and just cut this off. So what's this? And then it could at least sit on there and still look cool. There, guys, it's done. Look. But I wanted to mention that, and I'll read through the comments here in a second to see. But what a useless piece of shit, because this is so you gotta yep, we're gonna be done talking about that for now. There we go. Man, I got a couple of tacos at the taco joint in Belleville, and they are so good. There's a new taco place that opened up in Belleville. Let's see what we say here. I'm just going to scroll through and see if Vince said anything regarding that. Looks like an optional part to me. Delete. People complain about that in the notes on Pro Demand. So honestly, if it's a pain, delete it. Helps us in the future. I'm sure it's just for direct. Yeah, and on top of the direct injection noise, we've got this a second diaper to reduce. And that'll go over here. And all the intake ports are plugged up. You just can't see it with the camera angle. And don't worry, I'll pull. But yeah, this goes under the intake to help reduce the noise. And praise, it hasn't been consumed yet by little creatures. Little creatures love to turn this into stuff. But this will go back in there because this does help the clicky sounds quite a bit from the injectors. Man, the intake valves too on this look, you know, they're not carboned up super bad, but there is, you know, some carbon, because now we're not washing our valves with fuel. We're putting the fuel down here like a diesel and just jamming it into the cylinder. But dude, if you're pulling 20 miles to the gallon, that's some crazy efficiency for a brick this size. Really, it really is. And for a long time. So I'm not getting down on that, but I don't care for direct injection. I think there's ways manufacturers could have gone around direct injection and still achieved results that they wanted to attain. All right, I'm going to go back here. See what we missed here. Everybody just saying hi to everybody. Tammy saying, nice to see the progress. Thanks for the update. Thank you. It looked like a Chrysler from the 70s. Yeah, I mean, from this angle, it kind of... Well, that's the thing. Nothing really hasn't... The overall design is still the same for the last 100 years. It's just they've managed to over-engineer it. Thank you, Shane. I'm hoping it times out good. I wanted to be done with it today, honestly. I wanted to put it back in his hands today. But as Vince reminded everyone and myself too in that chat this morning, that, you know, I do have prior obligations and there's just so many other things that come up throughout the day. So I really, really appreciate the patience. I can't. emphasize that enough, how much I appreciate that. Joe says, delete everything, Vince. Exactly. Just delete, 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 delete. More intake noise, more better. Hell yeah, brother. America. Caitlin Seal says, should I do the thing? Joe says, yes. Yes, do it. Use the cover. I don't know if you need it, but I'd still use it, Quick Shoe says. Joe says, RR. Caitlin says, okay. Joe says to do the thing. Ooh, tacos. By part. I'm sure you noticed the valve cover sound dampeners were deleted on the old motor. Yep, that was awesome. I just don't understand all the nonsense. Like, really, they need to pack it full of, you know. Anyway. Caitlin the Seal, welcome to the Spark Plug membership. I still got to figure out what I'm doing for my members. I want to try to offer people some kind of value in some shape or form. At least maybe I could look at the camera for a little bit, but you're not here to see me. Everybody's here to see the brick of this. I'm going to end up running my hip into this thing. So I've not hit myself against a vehicle more than this right here. I should have done the pool noodle, but that's okay. We'll just smack it again. But again, I really appreciate everybody being here. I'm not going to probably stay on too long because I want to get back to this. Junior's in the house. Got chores and stuff. We got to do a few things. But I do want to hear this run tonight. Whether I'll take him to school in it tomorrow or not, I'm not sure. Yeah, so I can't read my chat from here. That's what I'm here for. Yeah, Shane, if you're in the Belleville, anywhere like anywhere within an hour of Madison, I'm sure you could probably pick up tacos that are pretty comparable to Madison. But I don't even know the name of it. Did he put I don't even know the name of it, but it's legit and not overly so. I'll be honest. I got 3 tacos on white shells. I told him when I went in there, I'm like, flour or what's the other one? Now I can't even say it. I sound stupid. You got flour tortillas, and you've got what kind? Whatever. And I just said, just make me white guy tacos. And he just starts laughing. That was pretty funny. But yeah, really good stuff there. And so anyway, 3 tacos decked out with like sour cream, pico de gallo, the most Taco Bell-ish stuff I could put on it is $15. So $5 a taco. But they're big, they're legit. I can only eat 2. So Caitlin did the thing. Welcome to the Spark Plug, Caitlin. I appreciate it very much. Thank you so much. This is awesome. Again, I don't know what value I'm going to offer, but it'll be of something. Oh, you can see my big pile of. So this is I used to have a pellet stove that burned those wooden pellets, and it failed after a long time. It was a very good heat source, really good heat source. But I ran out of oil dry, and when I took the water pump off of this engine to do the process, I didn't get the drain pan down in time. You never do. Even if you do, it never goes in it. And so I'm like, oh man, I need some oil dry or something to soak this up, because I didn't want to waste like a big rag. I've got a lot of rags, but I want to keep my rags for rag stuff. Anyway, I'm like, oh, I've got some wooden pellets from my pellet stove. So I ran over. This is like this isn't very much. It expands, it absorbs, and it cleans the floor. It's amazing. I highly suggest if you're ever in a pinch and you need oil dry, use some wood burning pellets. Even from your barbecue. I think people are barbecuing with them now and stuff, so it could smell really, really good. Again, thank you very much, Caitlin. I really appreciate that. Vince said that piece of plastic is $240 at GM. That's disgusting. That's disgusting. Is that a skip fire engine? Yes, I believe so. If you would, I've never heard it called that, but I would. Hopper motor. I just dump seafoam in it every month and steam clean it. Hell yeah. That's like, yeah, I mean, with the amount of miles too that you drive, those valves are never sitting. Susan says, that looks so confusing. How do you know it is okay? Well, everything has a spot and it can only go in one spot. So if it's not going in a spot, you got to find it. But yeah, and if you forget to plug something in, it'll let you know. You just hope it's nothing down here, because then you have to take everything else apart to get back to it. So that's why I'm not working and doing and talking or interacting. I'm just solely existing and interacting with y'all. I can't work anymore. I've tried it in the past and it ends up costing me focus on the chat, focus on everything. But I appreciate the comment and interact in here. Susan, it's just so cool to see all of it. Like, I've been in Vince's chat for so long now. I mean, I keep thinking that this is, it's pretty cool to see all here. I really appreciate it. He's basically done. The rest is honestly entry-level stuff, so I don't think this is really been. Oh, thanks, Vince. I appreciate that. I really do. We're gonna. And two, I'm not pulling all-nighters like I used to, and like staying up till. I still stay up till midnight, usually midnight 1. But like staying up till 2 or 3, and then getting up at 7, and getting Junior to school, and then being productive in the shop at 8 a.m. it doesn't work. It just doesn't work. So I just try to work as hard as I can when I can, and not stay up too late anymore. But yeah, the rest is just nuts and bolts. I wish there was. My son, entry level. Hey, Junior, get your ass out here. The fraudster says, I get at 19 with my 3500 HD with the new 668 LT gas motor. I'm not a fan of the direct induction, but damn, it does get good fuel economy, not hauling anything anyway. Yeah, that's impressive. That is impressive. Susan, you blindfolded yourself and hope for the best. You blindfolded yourself, yes. I can't read tonight. What Shane said. I didn't think it was behind schedule either. I'm surprised to see how far he's gotten in a day. Really thankful. I appreciate that. Susan says, I was never into working on cars. I love people watching. I love watching people work on cars. I love sitting in the morning, I'll go and drop Junior off at school, and then I'll pull up to the gas station, pumps at Casey's. And some mornings I won't even get anything. I'll just sit there for like 5 minutes and just watch nonsense for a bit. Usually I go in because it's even more chaotic. If I have a little extra time, I'll go in because they always have one lady working. Okay? They have one lady working. The manager is generally in the back. And I've gone to the office and said, could you get up and help us out here? Like, there's like 7 people in line and there's one lady at the register. Well, I've got this to do. Well, no, you don't. You're the manager and you need to service the customers. That's what you need to do. And so it's really entertaining. I enjoy it. Well, that's my form of watching people. Corn, yeah, corn, yes. Flour. I'm a flour guy. I like the flour tortillas. And I think the authentic Mexican, it would call for a corn taco. I'm dying for some good tacos. Oh, it is. It is. The best. I'm telling you, Belleville, right on where the Piggly Wiggly is in Belleville, right on the corner of that. There's a Verizon store in the corner, so it's down a few doors, but it's in the same building, it's under the same roof, and they're all straight up authentic Mexican people that work there. So like, you just can't beat that. You just can't. English speaking. Is the hood, I saw a comment here, I need to get going here. Holy cow, I'm way behind. Okay, we're answering. Is the hood, yes, the hood is on the roof, flipped upside down on top of a blanket. But after seeing the hood and the roof of this, I don't think the blanket would have totally mattered. But just out of respect for the hood, Vince, and the vehicle, we put a blanket in between there. Susan, when I was really little, I'd help, Shane says, Susan, when I was really little, I'd help my dad, but I don't remember hardly any of that now. Yeah, I remember riding to the gas station with a note, getting my dad cigs when he would work on cars. Here, you can get your buddy a candy bars. Give me a pack of Cool Kings. All right, Dad. I do not know where GM got the skip fire technology. I'm guessing out of thin air and crystal balls. Green Frogger says, I live in Metro Detroit. I'm blessed with different types of food. Had sushi today. That's awesome. Not the sushi, I'm sorry, but very cool that you have a lot of food types. I've never had sushi. Never. Never, ever. I might have had fish that was undercooked and didn't know it, but that's probably the closest I'll ever get. But I appreciate that. Oh, hell yeah, bowling alley food. That's what I'm talking about. That is disgusting how much that costs, Joe says. I need to scroll back up and see what we were talking about. Well, oh, the tacos, yeah, probably. If that's what we're $5 for a taco is pretty gross. But if that's what it is, Joe. If not, I apologize. Susan says, "Oh, that is great memory, Shane. My dad didn't like working on his cars. He tended to use really bad language when things didn't go well. He taught me some bad words. Yep, I think that's where we all learned a lot of our bad words. Was anytime Dad worked on anything, really." Belly says, same here. I am Indian, Mexican, Italian, Chinese, etc. Nice. That's awesome. Where you are, you're not all of those. I'm like, nice. That's a pretty cool mix of ethnicities. But to have those foods, I would just hit up the Mexican and Italian and then the Chinese buffets. That's boom, 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 those three. Indian food, I don't know. I'm very, I think me and Vince live a very similar food cultured life. That's a safe say. Joe says, Green Frogger, I loved the bowling alley nachos. Yes. Middle Eastern is delicious. Belly says, as long as it's not too spicy, I'm down to try anything at least once. Hell yeah. I agree. Thank you, Susan. I appreciate it. Thanks, Darla. Hope you're having a good night. That's crazy, Ford. Shane says, the couple places we have to eat around here all share the same distributor. Yes, exactly. It's all the same. It's all the same. Everything except for this food truck. Oh. I gotta cut Sterling short quick. Sorry, I just hung up on him. Sterling, if you're watching, I'm sorry. I just hung up on one of my YouTube friends, just like that. I feel really bad because another one of our really good YouTube friends got hit by a log truck on his motorcycle. So I am gonna mute this really quick, and he's okay. He's just had a lot of surgeries in the last 24 hours. So I'll be right back, and I'll move the camera, and interact with y'all a little bit more here quick, but I just got to make sure talk to Sterling quick. All right, we're back. We're back. Hello, everybody. Hi. I had 2 lives block their lives that are recommended past midnight. That's cool. Shane says the couple places we have to eat around here all share the same distributor. Oh yes, we were talking about that. How everything is freaking Cisco-fied. Everything is Cisco-fied. I call it the sissification of America. Because it is. Like, Cisco is 90% of restaurants, gas stations, blah, 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 blah. They might have different qualities and tiers to their foods, but it's all sissified. All sissified. Caitlin says, I'm gonna assume it's Caitlin says she's going to have some pizza for dinner tonight. I don't care. I'm just saying shit like that. Because everybody has weird names, so I'm not assuming. I'm just saying it like it says it there. So, and Shane, if you're Shane, that's all I know. So that's where we're going there. Weather Duck saying hi to Shane. Hi, Weather Duck. Good to see you in here tonight. Saying hi. We're just looking at the progress made on Vince's Tahoe. Not the sushi, he says. Oh, no, not the sushi. Ella says, ouch. Shane says, oh my God. Oh no, is he okay? Okay, now we're talking about my buddy that got hit on a motorcycle. Yes, it is bad. It sucks. But what I'm going to do to help him out as much as I can is... I don't know if you can see it in the behind this engine hoist. I have a bike, and he was going to. So our friend Keyfob, Adventures with Keyfob. I'll link his channel in the chat, or two if anybody out there. Here, I'll make a few people here real quick in case, because I know Ford said he was going to be, or I don't know who's, I can't tell who his moderators and stuff right now, and I don't care, but excuse me for coughing. I usually mute it for that. Don't worry, Vince, I'm not doing a big bong rip. Quick Shoe, here we go. Quick Shoe can do it if he's still in here. Quick, you could link Keyfob's channel in the chat. That would be great. Then he could, and I could just do it too. I could have just done it in that amount of time, but I'm not. Okay, so long story short, Keyfob, Adventures with Keyfob, was going to buy this motorcycle from me at a reduced, agreed upon price. And then he was going to do a few things to it and then donate it this fall to the Forgotten Angels. It is an organization in Florida that helps kids that have aged out of foster care continue having support, because sometimes foster parents are in it for the money and they need that extra support once they're out there. So he was going to do that. Now he's not. I mean, I haven't talked to him since this, but he's, you know, a lot of issues, broken bones and joints. So with that being said, he's going to need a lot of money and help and everything that way. So I'm going to try to figure out a way to, not to sound selfish, but cover my ass, so to speak, on the money. Basically, like, all I need to do is make X amount, and then anything over that. But to do giveaways and the legalities of all that is really deep. So once I get Vince's truck done, I'll spend an hour or two on the interwebs and see what it's going to take to do a raffle, a drawing, something. Maybe talk with the people at Forgotten Angels and see if I can work with them. It's really a cool bike. I love it. And ever since Keyfob saw this thing, he loved it too. And I think he loved it in the perspective that this is a perfect bike that he could donate to this organization. So that's going to be the way I'm going to help him, because I'm a full-time single dad that barely keep his internet on. So, but if I can get, you know, like I said, I've got a bottom line, and if we can get to that, please don't get scared. Get scared, people. If we get that bottom dollar, then that's all I really care about, and I'd like to see him get hundreds, whatever, thousands, tens of thousands would be awesome, because he's going to need it, all of it. And with that being said, oh, Sterling Wheel, I was just going to say, with that being said, I'm going to, my friend Sterling Wheel called, that was that. Colin, good to see you in here as well. I'm going to scroll back in the chat quick just to see what's going on here. Sushi's, okay, fob, we were talking about key fob. Adventures with key fob. Sterling, if you want to drop his link in the chat so anybody new here can go check him out if they are interested. Again, don't subscribe to, and I don't want to say it like this, but support people in ways that you can and you want to. But like, I want subscribers that are going to check my stuff out. And like, so if you're into cars and motorcycles, if you find that entertaining in any way, then that's cool. Otherwise, like, you know, I don't care. Subscribe, whatever, you know, subscribe to everybody, subscribe to the world, subscribe to being an awesome human being. That's what we should all try to do. Yes, he is Green Frogger, lucky to be alive. We all hope he does as well. So yeah, Cisco's in grocery stores. I know, it's unbelievable. You know, and I used to see like the delivery trucks, you know, go from like that bar and then stop at that bar and then stop at that restaurant, and it's like, wait a minute, are they all getting the same chicken patties? Caitlin, good. You are a she. What just happened here? Something happened. Something happened. I got a super chats. And Joe, welcome to the Spark Plug. I don't think I formally welcomed you as well. Again, I don't really know what value I'm offering my members and what the tiers are, to be honest. And I guess I'm not going to look into it, at least until I get this done. So appreciate it very much. Thank you. And George, oh, Georgette. Oh boy, I don't want it. George. Oh, George Delel. I'm going to butcher your name. Let me read it. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much. Georgia Ted. Georgia Ted? That's all I can see. Let's see here. Live chat. Pop out chat. There we go. Oh, see? Now I can say it. Okay, hold on here. Delizer. George. Holy shit. I'm going to butcher this. George Delizer. How's that sound, huh? George Delizer? Georgia Tay Delizer? Oh boy. Thanks for helping. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I'm glad I could help. I'm glad I'm here to help. Quick Shoe. Thank you. And if anybody can spell it out in big, how one who has very bad pronunciation of the English language could enunciate that, that would be great. I would love to perfect your channel handle. Georgette. That's it? Is that all I gotta say? Ford says Georgette there. Awesome. Brown Chicken, good to see ya. Thank you very much. Very nice. I got it the first time, LOL. Okay, and then I just continued to screw it up more and more. Okay, cool. Good at that. Oh boy. All right. Well, we gotta stick around for a little bit and give Georgette her value for this super chat for a little bit here. yeah, and just to give an update on the truck, Jeepers, we are getting. It's just basically like Vince had said. It's basically done. There's so much stupid little things now, but just bolt the water pump intake on, hook up a few more connectors, slap the radiator fans in there. Oh boy, there's a few things over there yet we got. So, some accessories. Freaking brush guard just hooked that brush guard gets me all the time. But I still love it because it's really nice to climb on. When you want to get up there, you can just put your foot here. Hopefully Vince isn't gonna, I'll give it a little washing, but he's not worried about that. I know he's not, but it is nice to have that there to get up and in and up and over. And I might go live again tonight. Like I said, I got to go into the house, hang out with Junior a bit. He's been solo. Well, it's good. He needs some time to chill, probably. He said I'm gaming with my buddies. I said, well, come out and hang out on the live stream for a little bit. He's got a mixed relationship with YouTube and me, because as a kid, he admired it. And he told me when I started this, he's like, you'll never be able to get. This sounds so bad saying this because I love my son and he loves me, but he's like, if you start a YouTube channel, you won't even get 100 subscribers or something like that. So I took it as like a challenge that he didn't think I could do it, and I've done it, and well, here we are. So, but when he is on and he's out here and his attitude is good, it's a great time. I hope I'm unmuted. Boy, that would be funny if I've talked this long and nobody said that. Okay, cool, I'm not. All right, we should probably get this show on the road a little bit here. Again, Georgette, thank you very, very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. If I kept this up, I might be able to make more in super chats just talking about Vince's truck than working on Vince's truck. How big of a hurry did he say he was in, folks? I'm just kidding. And I got to give Sterling a call here. See, our friend Kefab had some surgery today from getting hit yesterday. And so hopefully that all went good, and he will update me on that. And I think on that note, let's see here. Let's scare the audience again. I usually do multiple cameras, so I don't have to have these really rocky segues and transitions. But usually I have some different cameras, and then I can switch scenes. But we're not doing that tonight. We're not fancying it up at all. As you can see, I've got dual flannels on. So it's, dual flannels. So we're styling tonight. Thank you all so much for joining. I'm going to read through here real quick and see what we got here. With my dyslexia, all those letters, I could never spell that to save my life. Oh yeah, I can't. Georgette, that's where it stops for me. I get that a lot of even the Dutches can't say it. I probably said that wrong. Vince says it's going off for new powder coat, so who cares? Sweet. Yeah, I know that's also another nice thing too, is not having someone text me every 4 hours asking how it's going. I know he needs it. I know having this done yesterday would help. I totally get it. And he totally gets it, so I just appreciate that, and I'm just going to leave it at that. But at the same time too, like not having to worry about putting a fingerprint on the brush guard, or I have been conscious of the fenders, but it's all been pretty much over here, not really anything over the sides. And to say that the exterior on this vehicle is show quality is, it's so cool to see the hail damage, it just is. I've never seen a tornado. I've had straight line winds basically knock everything around me over. All my trees and stuff are still laid flat from a really bad storm that came through here years ago. But, Yeah, I've never seen one in person. So just other than maybe through the windshield of this car and a few others. So it's just really a good opportunity or a neat opportunity for me to help someone that I guess I've been supporting for a long time and love what they do. I absolutely find tons of value in what Vince does, not only for the weather purposes, but like he can help people. He helps people a lot. And I'm not gonna put myself in a position, I guess, where I could, you know, not be able to help people in that situation. I just, nope. See you later. That's it. I'd be out of there. So, Quick Shoe grew up in a junkyard turning wrenches in '68. That is awesome. That is awesome. Darla, the truck is clean. It's very clean and rust free, which makes it much easier as well. I did heat up the harmonic balancer bolt just a little bit. That's the only time the torch came out. Exhaust bolts, I sprayed them down before, but they all came, everything. That's awesome. That's when a tech can be happy. Sometimes kids are the best motivator for sure. Yep, he just turned 13. He's at that weird age anyway. Oh yeah, it's really weird, dude. But then I go back to think about how stupid and retarded me and my friends were in junior high. We were the dumbest idiots in the world, and just no care in the world about like just so stupid. I agree. Ford girls usually aren't either. Like I was a stepfather for a while, and I got to experience, and it's just awesome. Kids in general, kids under 10 are awesome. Like that's, yeah. They just, those 10 years, it goes so freaking fast. Netherlands. Thanks, Georgette. From the Netherlands. How awesome is that? How awesome is that? That is so cool. Jeff Gordon's here. Susan. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Carrie and Mod. Stay safe. You as well, Susan. I appreciate you being here, as always. Thank you so much. Kalamazoo Candy. Vince needs to take you on a chase. Thank you, Kalamazoo Candy. Oh my God. I appreciate and value the friendship me and Vince have. And I think to maintain that, I don't... Like if we just cruised around the hood checking out the weather, that's cool. But I could not go on a chase. Oh, no. No, I would be the biggest freaking distraction. He would kick my ass out of the car before we got a half hour down the road. Guarantee it. I'm talking in like chase situations, like not just driving. You know what I mean? We get along great. I think conversation would be awesome. But like when the shit hits the fan and it's time for business, I'm just going to be freaking out, talking, probably yelling. If there was going to be like a YouTube, like a hype, I would be like the overreactor, massive overreactor in that situation. But like if there were thunderstorms and shit around here in the area and he wanted to swing by and take, I'd rather Junior go. My son thinks this stuff is wicked cool, but he won't say it. He won't say it to me, but you can tell he knows it's wicked cool. And I would love it. I would honestly love it. But I think to maintain that, you know, just knowing it would be fun. It would be, but I'd be a huge distraction. I'd get us all hurt. Thank you, Kalamazoo Candy, very much. I really, really appreciate that very much. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Susan saying goodnight. Ford says he found a YouTube channel. A girl in Switzerland, came from Brazil. Very cool. I came from Switzerland, sort of. I'm a third generation from Swiss off the boat. I haven't seen one in person either, says Green Frogger. Yeah, I mean, I really don't want to. I think I sent Vince a video for a picture of some rotating mass in the sky. I wanted to pull out some fancy weather terms, which I generally have right at the tip of my tongue, but I just couldn't do it. So it was really cool, and I knew if it was going to develop into something, it wouldn't be that crazy big. But I wasn't. It didn't do nothing. I'll have to send it back to Vince and see if he has seen that or not. I might have said that I was going to send it, and then I didn't. So Georgette says that name shouldn't be hard. LOL. Kalamazoo Candy. I know, right? If that's what you. 3 good grown boys, 5 grandsons. I love kids. Hell yeah, Quick Shoe. That's awesome. That is awesome. Twin 4-year-olds, 1 girl, 1 boy. Shane, I'll trade you for a 13-year-old for just a week, or a day, or an hour. Twin 4-year-olds. Oh my God, I would lose my mind. That would be so ridiculously fun right now, especially a 4-year-old. Everything is just, it's just like they're completely in la la land all the time. It just, everything is new experience. Everything is just, it's like they're in, it's so much fun. I freaking love that. When my son was young, we used to do a lot of competing pre-COVID. We did a lot of motorcycle stuff, and he was really into moto trials, which really teaches kids skills. Obviously there, it showed him how to bury the rear tire, and he was on the verge of a mental breakdown. And I said, just look at the camera and smile, because if you get your bike stuck or you put both feet down, you get 5 points. The object is to go through the course and not get any points. You get zeros, you win. The person with the least amount of points wins. It's a very cool sport. Every time you put your foot down is 3 points. You put both feet down or fall, it's 5 points. But this was a 5, and he was really, really pissed. But he still won the championship that year. And I was just like, my God, this goes so, so fast. And so that's why I freak out when, or we go to the store and I see a lady with a baby, and my son will be like, Dad, don't do it. Don't do it. And I'll be like, well, just let me at least walk past. I won't say anything. I'm just going to check the baby out, dude. I just want to look at the baby. It's like, that's weird. That's weird. No, it's not. What's up, Frankie? We got Fight Night Frankie in here. Bad MMA Math. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much for stopping in. I got to wrap this up here shortly. Thank you so much for stopping. I've been around, Frankie. Not as much as I want to be. Not as much as I want, but we'll be around as much as we can. Today we're wrapping up the weather chaser, storm data I don't even want to call him, like, he's a data acquisition specialist, and yeah, for weather. That's good. That's good. Twin 4-year-olds. Holy cow. 2 boys, 18, 17, 2 girls. Frankie, you've got 4 kids too. 2 girls, 15, and will be 13 on Valentine's. Okay, 2 boys, 18 and 17. All right, they're good. They're good. The 2 girls, 15, and will be 13. Okay, so now you got your hands full. But the boys, 18 and 17. Oh my God, my son is just already in 5 more years. I don't know. We'll just see what happens, man. Good to see you in here, Frankie. I'm going to skim through some of these here. Bald, oh boy. Bald Dudes Rule. Thank you very much for stopping in tonight. Thanks for saying hi. Appreciate it. That's a really cool name. Took me a minute to get that one discombobulated and read out there. My package arrived today. Moving on to the next phase after I get your battery replaced. Very cool. 9 hours ahead even. Oh, Greenie, my son is February 15th. Kalamazoo Candy says. Deal, I'm down. Seriously, please, says Shane. Yes, okay. I do have to be careful what I wish for sometimes. Talking about time changes here. My oldest is 35 and youngest is 33. Enjoy your evening, everyone. Quick Shoe. Thanks again for stopping by. You blink there, 25, Rob, it speeds up. Does it? It does. It does. It does. It does. But I think kids are also the accelerator. I mean, time is going to exist either way, right? And they just provide you with so many more things to do in a day than you would have to do in a day if you didn't have to provide for that child. So I think it's just an insane acceleration. It is so fast. Shane says, I'm the same way with babies. I miss when my twins were babies. They weighed just over 4 pounds and were so little. Oh my God, that's just adorable. Yeah, and here I have another picture. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this little. Look at that ham. Look at that ham. There's a little. Isn't that just the most beautiful? And now he's still my boy, right? We still love him. We still love him. We can't give him back. That is tiny. So tiny. Took them a few months to fit in the newborn clothes. I bet. I've got 8 kids, 7 girls, 1 boy, ages 4 to 26, and a granddaughter. That's crazy, Colin. That's awesome. Like a slow race. Pass the finish line last without putting your feet down. That's like a slow race. Pass the finish line last without putting. Yep, it is. It's exactly right. You're up at 1 a.m., 5 p.m. here. A guy in Tennessee has a regular live. Oh, Uncle Tony's Garage. That is a good show. Uncle Tony's Garage, Ford says. Belly, Georgette. Delizer. Georgette Delizer. There we go. Did I get it? Did I get it? I think I got it. I'm more of a weather girl. Yeah, yep, weather is cool. Shane says, "Duh." All right. Ford like Storm Chaser. Yes, that's whose vehicle we're working on. Storm Chaser, Vince Walty at wxieye.org or seethestorm.net. Any of you, anybody that has a mod status or whatever, just go ahead and drop the channel, Vince's channel. That would be great. I got it. Yes, I got it. Thank you. Thank you. Georgette Delizer. Awesome. Cool. And if I need, yep, I got her. Schmoke coming in at the last minute. Schmoke Shop. You're into shop stuff similar to this. Probably not on, and no, not that Schmoke couldn't do this. I just think that he's smart enough and has enough financial. He doesn't need to do stuff this insane. So, but if you're into shop stuff, music, he's very musically talented. He's got a good channel too. Go ahead and drop your link, Shane or Schmoke, if you want, and anybody else. That way, I'm gonna get going here, so I can go in, do some chores in the house, talk to Junior. I gotta call Sterling for a minute and roll. So, thank you, Shane. Yeah, for Ford, check out Vince's. I think every single other person in the chat right now, other than like Schmoke, Quick Shoe, and Colin, Ford, I've got about maybe 8 of my peeps up in her, but most of them are probably all Vince's. So either way, I really appreciate everybody stopping in, saying hi, super chats. Let me read some of those off again quick. I have a premiere in 20 minutes. Awesome. Way to advertise it up. Drop your link there, Schmoke, and we can all go. I'm going to guess what it is. Shane, have a good night. Thank you very much. Give those little 4-year-olds little hugs. And yeah, oh, God, that's awesome. And then we could go and check out Schmoke's premiere. I'm going to guess what it is, but I'm not going to say it, so I don't want to ruin anything for you. But if I had to guess, it's going to be something with 4 wheels, electricity, and a remote control. There you go. There you go. There you go. So, again, Georgette, thank you very much. We've got a few. Joe, member of the Spark Plug. We've got Kalamazoo Candy coming in with $10. Thank you very much again, Kalamazoo. I really appreciate that. I love that name too. Freaking cool. In Georgette Delizer, very pretty simple name to pronounce, yet I wanted to break it up into 50 different pieces and butcher it. And what else do we got here? Joe becoming a member of the Spark Plug community, as well as Caitlin the Seal. So again, thank you all so much. I'm going to roll, get some food for the little guy, little big guy, and I think I might have just ended it by accident. Nope, we're still there. So anyway, the 2 blue scooters. Okay, well, I was close. So Smoke's Shop did a video a few weeks back where he got this remote control car running. He lives in Florida, and he's driving it around this yard. And all of a sudden, what appears to be a mountain lion, but it wasn't, but like the biggest feral cat I've ever seen, orange, starts chasing his remote controlled car, like playing with it almost like it was its friend, not trying to eat it or attack it so much, but just like playing. And it was hilarious. But the cat wouldn't let Smoke pet it, but it was a really cool video. It was pretty fun to see that. Very it was very natural. It's like you could never in a million years have staged that. Unless if you did, then you got one on me, Smoke. All right. Y'all have a great night. We'll see everybody else in Vince's next stream for sure. Peace out. Thanks again. Have a great night.